my name's Julia Gonzales and I welcome you to my channel. I hope you are having a beautiful day. Ever since I got back from Peru, I have been dreaming of the Pan Con Chicharron. That Pan Con Chicharron was the absolute best that I've ever had when we visited Porcus. It's delicious. I'm gonna try to make it at home. Now, for my Peruvian friends, I'm not going to be teaching you anything differently. You probably already know how to make this sandwich, so you'll probably be here for the sheer entertainment of, will she mess it up? And you know what, guys? We got a 50-50 chance. But I'm gonna do my best to not mess it up. Whether I mess it up or not, we're showing the video. We're gonna show how this turns out, either way. So won't you join me? Obviously, we're gonna start with the pork belly. The pork belly is also, you use it for bacon, but we're using it for the chicharrón. But we're gonna start with brining the meat. And the reason that we're gonna do that, it helps tenderize the meat, it helps add flavor, and it helps make it really juicy. And that's what I'm going for. We are gonna do a half a gallon of water. We're gonna add a half a cup of salt. Dang it, okay. We're gonna do 1 lime. This is just to help add flavoring to the meat. Then we're just gonna add some rosemary as well. All right, so let's get our meat in there. And then we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours just to soak up the water and get it to add flavor, to tenderize the meat, and get it nice and juicy. So now we're gonna make the marinade for the pork belly. We're gonna use, is there a name to this or no?
It's just a marinade for pork belly.
It's just a marinade for pork belly. So we wanna add garlic. We're doing 2 to 3 tablespoons of ají panca. And that's pretty much what I have left in here, so I'm just gonna dish it out. All right, and then we have some spices. We have the anato, which sounds like Anita, which is my mom's name. It sounds like the male version of my mom's name, Anato. We're doing a tablespoon of anato. And then we're doing 1 teaspoon of cumin. And then we're gonna do salt and pepper kind of to the taste. Okay, now we're gonna do salt. Guys, who is this? That's good, right? We're doing a 1/3 cup of oil. And then we blend. Blended. All right, for you kids out there, if you see a van like that pull up to your house, they're not selling ice cream and there's no candy in that van. So you make sure that you don't go near it. Be safe out there, kids. It's been a couple of hours, so I'm gonna take the pork belly out of the brine and we're gonna get the marinade on it. So now we need to add the marinade. So I'm just gonna place the pork belly into a bowl. I get the marinade. Love garlic. It just, oh God, it smells so good. I love it! I love garlic! I'm just gonna mix it, get it on the pork belly here. Just using my hands. But there's no other choice here. There's no other choice. I want the best Pan Con Chicharron. I'm doing it. Oh wow. That marinade's really covering it. That's great. That's what I want. Okay, this looks good. Whoa. There's some heat to that. So the thing is with the marinade, you can leave it for a few hours. You can leave it up to 24 hours. You can leave it for, the more the better, because it's gonna soak into that meat. So we're gonna leave it sit for a couple of hours and then we'll be back. All right, so for the next part is my other favorite part of the Pan Con Chicharron, and that is the salsa criolla, which includes red onions, cilantro, usually a hot pepper, but I'm gonna use a sweet pepper. Lime juice, salt, and pepper. So we're gonna start by slicing up the red onions, and we're gonna put the red onions into ice water to try to reduce that powerful flavor that they give. I mean, I love the powerful flavor, but we don't wanna overdo it in the sandwich. So let's get that ready. Now guys, remember, I'm not a professional chef. I'm barely a home chef. So my skills aren't gonna be top notch, and I know it. You can tell me, hey, Juliet, you're not doing that right. I'm fine with that, I know it, I'm not doing it right. But for my Peruvian friends, I know you're here just to watch me mess this up. I'm doing my best. Let's get this ice water set up so we can get these crazy onions a little less crazy. All right, so for the next ingredient, we need the red pepper. All right, so when I learned chopping was important, it was when I started making homemade salsa. Because if you don't get the chopping right, not that it has to be perfect, doesn't have to be perfect, but chopping is kind of important that you get the right sizes, so when you're eating the food, you're not getting like huge chunks of like one ingredient over another. And I learned that through making salsa and guacamole. All right, so for our next ingredient, we're gonna use cilantro. And to prepare this, we're not chopping, we're not cutting or anything. We're just gonna pull the leaves off. I'm just gonna pull them off like this. I'm gonna pull them off. Real simple. I love cilantro. All right, I think I got my half a bowl. All right, next step is we're gonna get the lime juice for the salsa criolla. And I'm not putting everything together yet because I want those, I'm putting the onions on ice. They're in a timeout right now. So that lime didn't produce very much, so we're gonna do 2 limes. Squeeze in. Maybe it's just that I don't have muscles. The first time that Harold's mom came and made ceviche, she made me do all the limes, but we didn't have a lime squeezer, so I just sat there with like a fork and like ruined all these forks trying to get the lime juice. She's like, more lime juice. Not in English. I don't know how you say that. Mucho lime juice. She kept yelling at me in Spanish. I got it done. Keep those ingredients separate for right now. We will come back and add them all together in just a bit. So for our next trick, I'm gonna attempt making the ají amarillo mayonnaise that goes on the bun. It includes mayonnaise, salt, pepper, a lime, and ají amarillo sauce, which this is homemade by my mother-in-law, who's Peruvian, so it's delicious. So let's get started. Let's try this mayonnaise. So half a cup of mayonnaise, and 1 lime, 2 tablespoons of ají amarillo, salt and pepper to your tasting. This is freshly ground. Why we have this in this container, it's like freshly ground pepper, so that's why it looks weird. I can overdo it with the salt, so I'm trying not to overdo it with the salt. Okay, let's mix it up. All right, let's give it a try. I think it needs more lime, more salt, definitely more salt. I think it's spicy enough. I think that the spice is good. A little bit more pepper. Oh yeah, the spice is fine. Yeah, I think that's good right there. So you have a fried sweet potato at the bottom of the sandwich. So we gotta slice up a sweet potato so we can fry them later. Okay, so let's just remind you that I'm not a professional. So, you do your best. You do your best. Do you know that Peru has 3,000 different types of potatoes? It's true. It's true. How do I know that? I took a tour. Which you can also see on my YouTube. I don't know if you want to. It's like one of my early videos. And it's pretty terrible. But the tour guide was phenomenal. She was lovely. So sweet. Putting up with me. And it was a lot of fun. All right, so our next step is we're gonna bring some water to a boil with some salt added. Get some salt in here. And I'm also gonna add a bay leaf. I don't like coarse salt. I like fine salt, but that's what I have. All right, let's bring that to a boil. All right, so we finally got everything to a boil. So I'm gonna remove the lid and I'm gonna turn down the heat. Hello. All right. Oh yeah, we're boiling. Turn it down. All right, so now I'm gonna add the pork. And like I said, I lowered the temperature so it'll go down to a simmer. Let's just do this gently. Do it gently so you don't get burned. Because if there's anyone that's gonna get burned, it's me. All right, perfect. They're in there. Let's just take the rest of this marinade here and we're gonna add that as well. I want every single piece of flavoring in there. Also do that gently. Don't get burned. All right, so you guys can see it. It's in there. It's on a very low simmer. And we're gonna let it in there for about 45 minutes. So if you thought you had a break, you don't. We're letting the meat simmer there, but we're gonna finish up the salsa criolla. So I have my onions, I drain them. I'm gonna add the cilantro, my sweet pepper, you can use a hot pepper, my lime juice, and I'm gonna salt and pepper it. All right, so here goes the pepper. Again, I'm using sweet pepper, you can use hot pepper, whatever you want. We're gonna do the cilantro. Then we're gonna do lime juice. Pepper. And salt. And then we're gonna mix it up. Sorry, yeah, the onions are too thick. I already know it. I messed that up. So I already know I messed up. So first mess up that I know I made is the onions are too thick. But I'm really hoping I don't mess up the pork. All right, so the other really important part of the Pan Con Chicharron is the bread. And these are homemade bread. I just want to make sure that they're like flaky, crusty, amazing for when it all comes together. So I'm gonna put them in the oven. I'm gonna put them in the oven now. All right, the buns should be done. Look, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, they smell so nice. Okay. Done. All right, our simmer should be done. Don't burn yourselves, people. Before I put it into the fire, I need to dry it off and make sure it's not too wet before I fry it. All right, it's dry. It's good to go. All right, it's time to fry, guys. We really just don't want to burn our faces. Okay, we like our faces. 5 minutes. Don't burn your face! All right, so I think we're finally done. Let's put this on a plate. So the other thing we gotta do is the sweet potatoes. All right. So not have an explosion like we did before. So let's do this for 5 minutes. All right, I think they're about done. We're gonna bring them out. I'm gonna set them up. Set them up on top. All right. Salt. Boom. All right, moment of truth. The pork is out. It's ready to be sliced. Let's give it some slices. It's hot. Ooh, but it looks moist. That's what I want. I want the crispy outside. I want the moist. Oh, it looks so moist inside. Can I taste it? Can you just taste it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so good. It's moist on the inside. It's crispy on the outside. That's what I wanted. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, delicious. There's hope. Especially for an amateur like myself. I'm not a professional. Oh my god, this is so good. If I just don't cut myself. I'm excited. All right, so guys, we're gonna do the sauce first. And I did make. Put that on, and I'm not being shy about it because I do think sauces make. I mean, they're just delicious, guys. You need to have sauce. You need to have flavor. And that's what Peru is so good at. It's that amazing flavor. Fried sweet potatoes that it did not burn my face off with. And then I'm gonna do the meat. So the meat's a little smaller, you know, in the gist, because I have a little bit, they shrunk. But it's okay, because I got that crispy outside, got that moist inside. Oh my god, it's so good. The finishing off, and I already know I failed at the slicing of the onions, but they're still gonna be yummy and delicious. So that's all that matters. Come on. Oh yeah. Can I eat?
Yeah.
Look at that. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous! I'm very excited right now. All right. I already tasted the pork, so I know it's like the pork is there. But it's the right. Look at the sauce just coming out. Like it's like. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a masterpiece. This is really good. I am so pleased. I am so happy. Oh my god. I am very, very happy with this. Thank you! For those of you watching who might be like me and a little intimidated by cooking, this goes to show you that you can do it too. You just gotta try your best. And if it doesn't work the first time, try again. Thanks for watching. Is this gonna dye my hands?
No, just wash it.
I'm gonna have red hands from now on. No, I'll be fine.